Hey, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another session with Coach Vishnu and Coach Kian as we give you our, weekly nugget of inspiration and tips to help you to move and go forward. And today, in particular, after during the last 2 weeks, we've had new persons joining our team, and we've created and finally tested in its full nature our induction and orientation program. And what I want to share with you guys today, along with Coach Vishnu, is the importance and the benefits of having a structured, planned out, and delivered orientation program. Many times persons come into our organization and all that happens for induction and orientation, they're told briefly about the company. Similar goes on in the interview, and then we take them around and we say, well, this is Mr. Tom, this is Mr. John, this is who you're going to be working with, this is your desk. And we call that the induction and orientation. What we found is that persons are left less knowledgeable about what your organization do and actually what it can do. So when persons out there ask them about the company, all they can say, oh, I work there and I think we do this. And if the person cannot sell the company, they can't sell the products of the company.
Yeah, Kian, it feels like the way we bring people into an organization is like a drop-off center. We drop our kids off at the daycare and they put them in this corner here and they say, this is your corner. Versus doing it in a way that they really do understand the history of the organization, where's the organization heading to, what are all the different things that the organization does. Because usually when a person joins an organization, they're there for a specific technical area. They might be in IT, they might be in marketing, they might be in coaching, training. And when they actually see the whole picture of what this company does, it allows them to better connect with the company and, as you mentioned, market the company as well. Now, it's always recommended to have an induction procedure that goes for about a week so that people can really feel settled in. And then also initial training that ranges anywhere between 1 week to 4 weeks, depending on how complex their role will be. So we have several new team members joining us as well, and they have to actually do all the basic training, they have to do the specialized training, and the persons who are training them have to be satisfied that they're actually trained up to standard. And also then the person being trained has to acknowledge that, yes, I do feel that I have really received this training and that I can perform up to standard. So that the organization also has a record that training took place on this date, by this portion, to this portion, and it was up to standard. If you don't have that, it's going to be very difficult to have the person actually perform at the level that the organization expects. And what you could be busy doing is setting up that portion for failure. So be careful with that. Make sure that you do have a proper induction and training system. And one of the ways of measuring it is that within a month, generally within a month, the persons joining the organization operate at or above the level of the persons who've been there for a longer time. Therefore, I would also encourage you to do what we did. Every one of our team, we had 3 sessions total, went through our induction process all over again.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So tell me why it's a good point here.
Just to summarize what Coach was saying, in your induction and orientation system, you need to first recap the history of the organization so persons can know where the organization came from compared to where it is today and where it's going to go in the future. And that is by giving an entire overview of what the organization does and what it intends to do in the future. Secondly, you want to make sure that their team members available, so the other team members in the company gets a refresher on the company's history and where it is going. Because sometimes, because you're so inundated with the everyday work, you lose track, you lose sight of the bigger picture. So it was a good refresher, even for me being a part of the team, that I was able to share with the new persons and with my other team members the bigger scope of our company. And this can be done for your team and your company as well.
Any company.
Any company. And not only that you have the team members sharing their experience. And we encourage open communication, which means you can say the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Because you want people who are coming in to understand the culture and to decide there and then, without wasting their time, our time, or resources, is this a place that I want to work?
Good, the bad, and the ugly. And believe me, there's ugly everywhere. From the smallest organization to the largest organization, there's a lot of ugly out there. And if you don't bring it out in the open, you can't address it, you can't improve it. So if you really want to learn a lot more, and if what we've said resonates with you, and you really do want to move your organization to the next level, our fantastic IT team who's behind the cameras, I don't know if today they're going to switch to themselves like they did last week, but our fantastic IT team is going to make sure that there's a bit more info on our videos together with a link of how you can benefit from what we do. So Coach Keon, Coach Vishnu, telling you to wrap up your dessert and get back to being a high performer.
Excellent. So have a great day, guys.
Take care.